Won't it be Ryan the Great? And today we are talking the Super Bowl, guys. It all comes down to this, the Super Bowl, Eagles, Chiefs. And no notes for this video, all from the heart, just talking about this game. We're going to break it down for you guys. Yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm ready to go. So yeah, let's just get right into it. But before we get right into it, guys, make sure you guys subscribe with your post notifications on. Go subscribe to my Brother Living Great blogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Run the Combat Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X at RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast, and make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Renegade Podcast. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the video. Let's roll that intro. Hey, come on, Stotty. Stop! 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 Red flag! First pitch! Bring him in! Yes! Oh, damn. All right, let's get into the video. So starting off with the Eagles, their offense and their quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Listen, the pressure is going to be coming in on Jalen Hurts here today. You got guys like Carl Loftus. You got guys like Chris Jones. The Chiefs have a lot of guys that can blitz the Philadelphia Eagles, but they did blitz 5 in some parts of the season, but against Josh Allen, someone who is a mobile quarterback like Jalen Hurts, they only blitz 4. So he might not be facing a lot of pressure today. So if he's going to have to be able to stand in the pocket and deliver accurate passes. If he gets forced out of the pocket, he's got to be able to make throws on the run. He's got to throw the football away. I mean, he's got to do things that are going to let the Eagles win. He's going to have to make extraordinary plays. We haven't seen that over the course of the season, but to win a Super Bowl, he's got to make extraordinary plays. Also, no turnovers. If Hurts didn't turn over the football in the Super Bowl, the Eagles maybe possibly could have won the Super Bowl. So I'm not necessarily sure, if he at the end of the day, I'm not necessarily sure if he has to play extraordinary because of how good the Eagles team does look on paper, but he probably is going to have to make some of those type of plays if the Eagles do want to win. Now, looking at Saquon Barkley, he's been the most dominant running back in the NFL throughout over the course of the season. Won Offensive Player of the Year. He was my MVP. But yeah, the Chiefs, they do a great job stopping the run. I mean, they stopped Miles Sanders a couple years ago. This offensive line, in my opinion, I don't think it was as good as it was 2 years ago. But we have a better running back than we did 2 years ago. And honestly, you just can't change your identity if you're Philadelphia. You got to use your pullers. You got to let Barkley get to the second level. It really doesn't matter if you're facing the Chiefs, Rams, Commanders, or Packers. Once Barkley gets to the second level, he's the most unstoppable player in the NFL. So have to let him get to the second level and let him work. The Chiefs, they obviously have some decent running backs. You got Bolton, you got Tranquil, guys like that. Tranquil does sometimes rush, become that extra guy on the rush through the A or B gap. So if you'd like to get Barkley through the C gap with pullers, we use same side pullers against the Commanders. Maybe we can use that against the Chiefs here in this game. Then our wide receivers with A.J. Brown, they sometimes like to go one-on-one. They sometimes run the zone. So it's all going to depend on what the Chiefs do run. I would not go one-on-one with A.J. Brown. I'm not taking the risk if I'm the Kansas City Chiefs. But if you are A.J. Brown, you got to get in the middle of the field. If you are facing a zone defense, you got to break the zone defense in the middle of the field. That means Jalen Hurts has to deliver those accurate passes. I'm looking to see dig routes here from A.J. Brown. I'm looking to see slants. Obviously, with the zone, they're probably not going to press too much. So I'd like to see those slants from A.J. Brown. I'd like to see him get over the middle of the field, which, once again, where you break the zone defense. You got to figure it out if you are A.J. Brown and Kellen Moore. I expect that they will. Devontae Smith, I've been saying it before and I'll say it again. If he ain't broke, don't fix him. Run him over the middle. Get him those crossing routes. Just play your game if you are Devontae Smith. He's looked good on the slants. I mentioned it before and I'll say it again. So you got to get him over the middle there. And I'm not really expecting much from the field of Johnny Wilson and Jahan Dotson. Dallas Goedert, use him on the RPO. Run the RPO. It is going to work. I guarantee it. It's worked when we used it over the course of the season. No reason why it can't work in this game. Run the RPO with Dallas Goedert. Use him off the line of scrimmage. Please get Goedert involved in the game plan. It's going to work. Just run with Goedert. Come on. Let's do this. Please. And then the offensive line, we just got to figure out who they're going to blitz. We got to make. If they blitz. I think that we might struggle early on because we don't know how many guys they're going to blitz. We know that they've sent 5 over the course of the season, but they sent 4 against Josh Allen. Obviously, both Hurts and Josh Allen running quarterback. So we might have a rough start to the game, but we just got to use our fundamentals, lock out, communicate on switches and stuff like that. So, and also got to open up those holes for Saquon Barkley. I love what Mekhi Becton's been doing, but he's going to be maybe facing somebody like Chris Jones, so he's got to pancake dudes. When he's trying to open up those gaps for Saquon Barkley. And let's get it done here. Defensively, defensive line, Nolan Smith going against Jawan Taylor, who gave up 7 sacks this season. I mean, we should be able to dominate. Jawan Taylor, he does get the advantage because he sometimes jumps early off the offense, off the line of scrimmage. So if you're Nolan Smith, you got to use your hands. You got to move quickly, and you got to dominate. And then I know, what's his face? Dooney's moved over to left tackle. He'll be facing Josh Sweat. If you're Sweat, you really can't over pursue because of the fact that Mahomes creates so much time in the pocket. And you got to keep Mahomes in the pocket. If he gets out of the pocket, he's going to create the ability to create extra time with his legs. And he normally completes passes when he throws on the run. And he runs the ball a lot, too. His runs have been the key to Chiefs' success. You saw the touchdown against the Bills. With him running the football. So his rushing is key to the Chiefs' success, and we have to make sure he doesn't run through the A-gap. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, obviously there. I would expect to see a little bit more of Milton Williams in this game than Jordan Davis, just because of the fact that the Chiefs' run game is not the greatest in the world. The Eagles also have played the run really well this season. Jalen Carter, you better be conditioned up, my man. I know he's sick, but, you got to be ready to go. We got to be able to dominate this run game here. And then our linebackers. I'd be spying if I was the linebackers. I'm trusting the secondary. I've trusted them all year. I'm trusting them again. The Chiefs receivers. They play well as a unit, but individually, there's not one that you can pinpoint that has been extraordinarily great. So if I'm those linebackers, I'm watching out for Patrick Mahomes. A few years ago, we didn't have somebody like Zach Bond who can spy on the quarterback. But we have him this year. He was able to do pretty well against Jaden Daniels when the time was actually, when the game was actually, competitive, I guess you should say. But yeah, we just got to make sure Mahomes does not get out of the pocket. And he's going to eventually, but when he does, we got to make sure Zach Bond's right there and ready to play. Got to wrap up, make the tackle. Oren Burks is going to be there as well. He's played decently well over the past couple of weeks, so we got to make sure that he wraps up and don't whiff any tackles. So I'll give him another challenge. Don't whiff more than 3 tackles. Please. We can't have that happen. Secondary-wise, I'm looking for the zone defense here. You can switch to man at some points. But, once again, there's no extraordinary receiver here for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm looking to see DeJean on Xavier Worthy. Travis Kelce, I feel like you can maybe leave him to Oren Burks. I'm not opposed to giving up 5 yards or 4 yards to Travis Kelce on a catch and making a tackle immediately, but I would like to see Worthy on Cooper DeJean just because of the speed, and I think that DeJean would be able to bring down Xavier Worthy after the catch. But yeah, on the outside, I'm not too concerned. You have Juju Smith-Schuster, you have DeAndre Hopkins. We obviously didn't face DeAndre Hopkins a few years ago, but we also didn't have Quinyon Mitchell a few years ago. But yeah, Mitchell's not going to be playing in the slot. Worthy's not going to be playing on the outside, so I don't expect anybody to get behind Quinyon Mitchell. The Chiefs, they don't really run too many explosive plays. They normally try to let guys get yards after the catch, so if you are the safeties, I'd walk up. You don't really have to worry too much about the deep threat. So, yeah, we just figure that out. We'll be okay. Coaching-wise, you got to get the ball to Saquon Barkley. The Chiefs, they're going to want the ball in Jalen Hurts' hands. We know a couple of years ago when he turned the football over, one of the reasons that the Eagles lost the football game. So, yeah, we have to make sure that Barkley gets going, have to make sure he can't be stopped, and we got to just dominate from start to finish. Defensively, we've got to put pressure on Mahomes, make sure he doesn't escape the pocket, and the secondary's got to work. Bottom line, this is it. We just got to win. I don't really think of a bottom line, but that's kind of what it is. Everybody's going to flame me for it. I just can't see the Eagles winning. I really can't. At the end of the day, the Chiefs just always find a way to win football games. It just doesn't matter. Honestly, at the end of the day, the Chiefs just always find a way to win. I picked the Eagles a couple years ago, but it's just ridiculous because the Chiefs always find a way to win, whether it's through referee help, whether it's through some crazy, stupid stuff. They always find a way to win at the end of the day. And Yeah. I just can't see the Eagles winning. I really can't. I can't give you an argument on why the Chiefs are going to win. It's just they always find a way. That'll do it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe with the post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother in the Great Vlogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Combat Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X, Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast. And make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter at Ryan the Great Podcast. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.